Well, hello and welcome back to another studio vlog. I'm really excited. Today I went to the very first market of the season for the market that I'm going to be vending at later in the year. I wanted to go and kind of scope out what was there, how it was laid out, what parking was like, just so walking in on the first day for me personally vending, I wasn't going to be like, oh God, I'm just nervous about, where to go, how it's set up, blah, 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 blah. And I was very happy to see what was going on. So it was super well laid out. Stalls are marked. It looked like going on social media afterwards, people were showing like this is the stall I'm at. So there's like a little map circulating, which is really cool. That'll be really super duper helpful. And really, they had event organizers on site the whole time. So it sounds like it's super easy to ask questions, yada, yada, yada. And other than that, I really don't have any notes. One thing I did notice, there were a lot of crochet vendors actually, which is really cool to see. Different people out there. Something that I was happy to see about them was that I'm doing something different. There were a lot of amigurumi people who were doing, things geared towards like, baby booties and other sorts of things like that, or full blown blankets, which was really cool. Um, everyone kind of has a different, thing that they're going for. It was good to see that the stuff that I'm doing kind of geared towards home accessories and personal accessories like the keychains, the bags, the scrunchies are not there, which was really good to see. So even though like there are other crocheters there, it's not like a huge competition. And anyone that was a similar vendor was well spaced out. So it's not like two people who are vending something similar are right next to each other, which was really good to see. I also spoke to someone because I was just like looking around. I did purchase something not related to anything with the studio, but I got to talking to one of the other crochet vendors, and she saw my new tattoo with the crochet hook, and we got to talking, and I got to mention I would be vending for the very first time later this year, and she offered some help, let me know if I had any questions. I could always email her, so that was really good to find a vendor friend basically, because it sounds like she'll be at most of the markets that I'm at as well. So it was good to kind of see and scope out. And it got me really excited. And it also gave me some more ideas for what to sell because I think five is kind of like the minimum number of things. I think I want to have one or two more types of items that I want to sell. So I'm going to go back and kind of rework what kind of like my stock inventory goals are. And I think I'm also going to make some plant hangers, kind of like I'll insert a picture, but like you hang it in the top of your wall and then it kind of like scoops underneath the pot the pot and kind of holds it up that way because there are a lot of farm vendors there. So there's people who had compost, food, soil, fertilizer, plants and herbs and bouquets of tulips, which was really cool. So I think having the plant hanger would kind of complement those things. So you might be able to, you see one and then are interested in mine, or see mine and then are interested in the other. So that would be really cool. Um, so we're gonna see how that goes. I'm gonna do a little bit more thinking about it. And we'll see what happens. But I'm really excited about that. I'm also, I think today I'm gonna order some more yarn. I'm meeting a lot of the previous goals that I set already in terms of making stock and inventory. And I think what I'm finding is I want some brighter colors because my logo is pink and blue. I like to wear bright colors. It's gonna be spring and summer when I vend. It's gonna be mostly just summer when I vend. So I think like having some brighter colors, something that's more eye catching is gonna be helpful. So I think previously one of my stretch goals was to make 30 total keychain rings, but I was gonna make 10 of three different colors. I think I'm gonna stick with five of the three colors I have, and then get three more colors to make with the key ring holders. I think I'm gonna get big cones or like big super saver skeins, I think they're called. for Lily Sugar and Cream, and just also do some more coasters because those are working up really well. And I think since I think I was gonna sell them as 2 packs, I think I might offer like 2 for this price, 4 for this price, rather than package them together. Also cuts off unnecessary waste. That way people can kind of mix and match different things. So I think I'm gonna have some more coasters. Originally, I think I was gonna have 8 times 3 is 24, 24 coasters. I think I'm gonna try and maybe do some more. We will see. I think I'm gonna finish the key rings first and then go to however many the new colors make for the coasters and kind of just see how that works out. Um, and then I think I'm gonna get some more bright colors for the scrunchies because I think the bright color scrunchies are gonna do well too. Um, but we'll see. I think honestly, I'm just gonna see what's out there. I'm gonna check Hobie for sure. I think one day this week I might try. I think I still have a local Joann. I know when we moved before everything with Joann, I did see one next to a thrift shop that we go to. Um, so I'm gonna maybe see about popping in there, maybe see about popping into the thrift store one night this week because um, I just want to see what kind of containers they have there. So we will see what I can find in terms of that. I'm just feeling really excited. I think, yeah, I think I'm just feeling really excited. I got a lot of mojo from going to the market and seeing what's out there and um, being reminded of why I love craft shows and why I personally want to vend, which is, great to see. And I got a lot of inspiration for how to set up the booth, what I want to do in terms of signs, what I want to do in terms of setting up stock. Um, I'm just excited. I've got the mojo. So I'm gonna go online, purchase a couple of the specific things I need, the technical things I need in order to set up the tents and stuff. And we're gonna go from there. All right, so I placed an order for some yarn. I ordered from 2 different spots. I ordered from Hobie, which is not here yet. Um, Honestly, it's in customs, and I'm really hoping the tariff isn't really, really high. But I did get my order from Yarn Inspirations, which was really exciting. We are going to start with a bunch of Lily, Sugar, and Cream, to no one's surprise. So I got 2 cones, but then start with the happy stuff. I got 2 cones. I got yellow and purple. I really thought that I liked them. Yeah, the purple kind of goes with the logo. The yellow goes with the purple. So we're going to start with that. All right, so next up, we're going to look at some supersized balls of Lily. Really, I got these because, one, for some of these variegated, I didn't want to commit to a cone amount in case I didn't like them, in case they weren't as described, in case basically the people at the market don't like it. I don't want to have a whole cone of things that I can't sell. So I got these to kind of try out. Some of these do come in cones. Some of them just the colorways aren't offered in cone size, but I figured we'll try here and see how it goes. And basically I got a bunch of colors that would kind of work together. So these 2 especially, this and these ones, plus the other yellow cone and the purple cone. I just wanted some fun summery colors. I'm craving color. It's the summer. I imagine most people are craving color right now. So we've got a bunch of Lily Sugar and Creams to try out. Next, I got some good old Bernat velvet. I think that I really meant to get either 1 of each or 2 of each. I don't know. But somehow I ended up with 1 of this pink and 2 of this purple. But I just wanted some more, pink purple scrunchies. I have a bunch of green, a couple of blues. I only have 2 pink ones. So basically I just wanted to have some other scrunchie colors. And I've heard a bunch of people, PassioKnit Kelsie has used Bernat Velvet, might be coming back to Bernat Velvet. So I just wanted to try it out, see how it is. And so far so good. I think it's really soft. And then last, I did get some of the Red Heart Granny Square yarn. So this one's the Granny Square. This is the newer one that has the flower. I think they call it Flower Power, yeah. where it's kind of like the all-in-one where you don't have to change color. It should, as given your tension is right, it should all be worked up into one. You don't have to worry about changing color on the granny square. A ton of people have done reviews of this. I'm not gonna, recreate the wheel. I know going into this that, it might not work very well. I'm sorry, what the heck is that? Oh, that's the end. Okay. Sorry, I thought I had a break in my yarn. I am going into this knowing that this is probably going to be super tricky. I just wanted to see, I wanted to see for myself. I'm probably going to make a video trying them out. And I thought that if I could make it work for me, I would make little kind of tapestry wall hanging. So each kind of square would be its own thing. I have bamboo chopsticks. I did a couple for Christmas gifts last year. I didn't use this yarn. I used, stash yarn and stuff. But to make some tapestries, I think it could be really cute just to have kind of little one-offs. It can be an easy gift. It can be an easy thing to bring places. Bring places as in like a gift for a college student or something like that. So I wanted to try it out, see how it goes, and it could be an easy way for me to bring, granny squares and motifs like that into it without it being really time consuming. And that's it for now. Really, I am excited for the Hobie yarn. I am excited to get to use this yarn. I have some other goals with the other yarn that I want to hit first before I crack this open. But really, I just wanted to share some fun yarn with you because I can. All right, well, we're back. As you can see by this bag, we are doing another little mini yarn haul. I promise that that's not what this channel is becoming because I think, as I've kind of mentioned before, use what you have first. I'm not going to become a haul channel by any means, but I did actually need this yarn. So we're going to get into it. Little disclaimer, I am just recovering from a little bit of a cold, cough, sneeze, etc. So if I sound nasally, that would be why. But I wanted to share because I, as you can see, already opened this package, looked at it, and I want to share my thoughts on the yarn and store it away and use it. So we're going to jump right on in. Just so you know, this is a yarn that is new to me. I was about to say both are new to me, but I'm pretty sure I accidentally bought a yarn that I already had used. But this one is a brand new yarn to me. This is called Hobie Daily Stitch Recycled Ribbon, and it's made of 70% recycled cotton. I bought this for the new plant pattern or plant holder pattern. It called for a ribbon type of yarn, which is, as you can see, what this really is. I was a little nervous about this only because I was afraid that it was going to be super stretchy. And even though it does a little bit, it's not too bad. I think it's a chainette structure. So I think that is really helping with the stretchiness. I don't think this is going to be super duper stretchy, and I'm worried about that because I don't want the weight of the plant to, really affect that. I don't want it to be too stretchy and then, not be good over time. Again, I'm going to call out Hobie a little bit. You call this a 6 super bulky. This is not a 6 super bulky. It's definitely more bulky, and I understand that maybe ribbon yarn can be harder to classify, but y'all, that's a little much. Anyway, I'm going to use this for the planters. Please excuse the sound. I'm going to get all of the colors out. So I got 4 different colors. I got this green, obviously. This is not the green I wish it was. The one that I kind of wanted was sold out, but I, wasn't too set on the colors. Thought it was like a little deeper, a little darker. But it'll still work. And then I got this blue. Again, I liked it. It's fine. This yellow, which I actively really like. And then this pink. Again, also I really like it too. Honestly, I'm kind of setting up a little rainbow here. the way I'm going about colors is I'm just using colors that I like. And I thought that these would go together. What I'm hoping is that I can get at least one out of each of these. And then, I'll make scrappy or like put them together, whether it's one, two together, or I have to use all four to make one. Really, I think by now, I just can't, let yarn be yarn, and I can't just buy more yarn just to keep it with the same color. And I think, mixing colors would be good. So I think all four of them go together. I think mixing and matching two and two would be great, three and whatever. Um, but that's that yarn basically. And then I only got one other type of yarn. I got I'm just gonna bring out two colors now, or one of each of the two colors. So it's called We Love Yarn. It is a recycled cotton as well. And I got these to do with more of the bandanas, because I really like the multicolored ones, but it's a lot of pink, which I understand is not everyone's favorite, or first choice. So I wanted to get some other colors. When I pulled this out, when I purchased the yarn, I definitely thought I was purchasing new to me yarn. I had a while ago, again, when I was trying out 2 years ago to kind of start this, purchased some yarn from Hobie to again test and whatnot, and I was fooled because I think they've changed the yarn label. It used to be black with like a red heart. So I think when I pulled this out, I was like, oh, I have 100% used this before. I purchased this yarn in this color, I think even. Maybe, oh yeah, that's absolutely the same color. Maybe it was a little darker, but I made these coasters out of the yarn. My fuzzies are in there. I made these coasters out of the yarn that I purchased 2 years ago. So that's great. So I kind of know what this yarn is going to be anyway. Obviously, I've made coasters with it before. I chose not to use it for coasters this time. Even though I didn't know it was the same yarn, I chose this yarn for bandanas rather than coasters because I wanted something that was a little thinner. It's weighted as a 3, which is maybe fair. But going into it, I knew it was probably going to be quote unquote flimsier, for lack of a better term, than it was really rated. So I figured this would be good for the bandanas. It would give a very floppy type of texture. These coasters aren't too floppy, and I think part of that is from the design of the coaster. But I'm super happy with how I think this fabric is going to work up. I got 5 of each of these, and I'm hoping I can get one out of each of them, or I can at least get 4 total, and then the 5th one kind of helps, is like a donor basically. Meaning I use one big skein plus the 5th one is like the extra I need for all of them at the end. So that's what I'm hoping to do with these. That's all the yarn I've purchased so far for making new items. I don't think I'm going to get any more, especially before the first market. Right now I'm kind of in, make and bake mode where I'm really just kind of going through it. I am starting to use Bernat Velvet for the scrunchies, which I talked about in my last clip about different yarn. I love how these are working up. It's not that I don't like how the other old scrunchies look, but I think these look better. I think more people are going to be into them. I have a feeling that these velvet scrunchies are going to sell better than the other ones. I'm going to end this clip here. I think I'm going to work a little bit more on the admin side of things. I can tell that my arms and my elbows and my hands are a little tender. So I'm giving myself a break. I think I'm going to work more on, business cards, a QR code. I want to make sure all of the patterns have an easy QR code, because I want to give credit to all of the amazing designers of those patterns. I need a banner with my logo and name on it. And so I think I'm going to work on a couple of those things today, and just kind of see where it goes. All right, y'all. I figured we would chill a little bit. I intended to crochet a little bit, but I know that I am constantly counting in my head while I do that. So we're just going to chill for a minute. To catch you up a little bit, I've been working a lot on the admin kind of side of this a little bit more than, the crocheting. Of course, I'm still crocheting and building stock, but admin been kind of the focus. I had a moment where I was starting to think about, taxes and kind of the structural side of the business. And I freaked out a little bit. I There was definitely a couple of days when I was trying to get to this side of things and I was psyching myself out. And then when I finally got to a point where I was doing it, I was doing some research and I found out that I might need a license, which if I do is fine, but it freaked me out because I sometimes don't trust information on the internet, even if it's from, a government website. Um, I just am so skeptical. Things change so frequently. I want to make sure I'm doing things right. So I freaked out for a little bit and I stopped on the admin side of things for a couple of days. And I wanted to be open about that because, like I mentioned in my previous video, this is like a part of the process to it's not just about crocheting and going and you make a bunch of money. Like you do that, but also you have to worry about paying taxes. You also have to worry about making sure you're complying with the regulations in your city and state and the country you live in. And all these other things are a part of owning and running a crochet business. So I wanted to be open in case anyone else is out there like it's okay to be freaked out by this stuff. But what I did and what I advise anyone to do is to get help. So I have created an appointment with my tax CPA that I go to for tax season. I was going to say personal, but I guess she does handle both my personal and business expenses. So I have made an appointment with them. I am going to talk to them about the setup for my business. If I need to separate photography and crochet into two different entities, I'm going to talk to them if I need to collect sales tax from like as a separate line item from people, or if I can build it into the price or anything else. And really, once I like made the decision, like it is okay to ask for professional help. I feel a lot better. My appointment is in 2 weeks, which I'm a little bit nervous about, but I've got some personal things going on where that's kind of the earliest I can go. But I am hoping it's still enough time where if I do need a license or I do need to restructure my business on like the backside of things, I have enough time to do it. I'm not going to let myself freak out. I am going to trust that I've been working with this person for many years and they're going to they're going to help me out, and if there's anything that I do need to know, they will point me in the right direction if they don't know it. So, I wanted to normalize that that feeling is real, and if you are experiencing that, that is okay. On some more fun things in the admin side, I've been thinking about how I'm going to package the items. I am someone when I go to a fair or the grocery store or anywhere else, I will throw stuff in my bag. I don't need an extra doodad. I don't need an extra bag. Um, so to me, if you handed me a pack of crochet coasters that I just bought and that was it, that would be fine. But the more I'm in the area and going to the market itself a couple of weeks ago, I realized that I am pretty sure most people are going to expect something. Um, I, however, buying packaging, even if it's not, fancy branded packaging, even if it's just brown paper bags, it doesn't sit right with me just because I don't want to be giving I don't know, like to buy something that seems to be being used as a single use item. It doesn't sit right with me. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to keep scouring marketplace, keep scouring my free buy nothing groups, and see if I can source basically gift bags that are, in my logo color palette, pink, blues, some purples, as well as, plain brown bags or whatever, that I think, even if, like, it's still not a ideal situation. In an ideal world, everyone would be fine if I just handed them their items, but, um, finding them secondhand and then giving it to them, and because it doesn't have, my branding on it itself, it would just have, like, a little card in it with my branding and stuff, hoping that they reuse it, and if not, I have at least given this one item a second use, and, kind of trying that to be the compromise. So, that is what I am hoping will work with that. Hello, welcome back. I washed my hair today, so it's nice and wet and straight. I am feeling a little lost in the sauce of doing the startup of the business. I have fiddled around with the Squarespace website since the last clip, which I feel is a mumblo jumble of feelings. But I'm liking it better. I'm working with it more. Things that I can change, even if they are difficult to do so, are being changed. Things that I can't, I am finding workarounds for. And honestly, right now, I want to just do it because I feel like I finally have a clear plan, but also I'm just a little bit burnt out from that. I want to get back to the cards. I did not order anything for Memorial Day weekend sales because I just couldn't. I just couldn't. And I still have that feeling that I'm missing something on them. So I'm gonna take a step back. I want to crochet, and honestly, I think like me wanting to crochet is preventing me from being present on the things that I need to do. And the things I need to do feel like a punishment because I want to crochet. So, I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a break, remind myself, right, this is what I love to do. This is why I'm banging my head against a wall. Um, so I'm gonna chill. Passionate Kelsie has some vlogs up that I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna catch up on some YouTubes. And I'm gonna chill and have some fun. So welcome to this little mini section of a crochet along with me in this studio vlog because I simply just can't with the rest of it right now. So here we go. All right, it is a little while later, if you couldn't tell by the cardigan and the fact that my hair is dry. Um, but I am I'm very glad I took a little break and stepped back from the things that were making me crazy. I did complete one bandana. This one, this is one of the new colors that you saw me unbox earlier. Um, and I really like it. Like I mentioned, it's a little mintier than I thought it was gonna be, which it's called mint. That's my own fault. Um, but I really like it. I think it's still cute. I think it's still whimsical. So I'm still happy with it. And I think I like it worked up in the bandana pattern a lot better than I did just looking at it. So that makes me very happy. What else was I gonna say? I also started another one. It was they were small balls, so I just wanted to use up the rest of it. I knew it wasn't gonna be, a full bandana. But this gave me a good starting point for me to see how much I can get out of one of the balls, and I can combine it with one of the purple ones or a yellow one. I didn't want to combine this with the other multicolored one that I showed in the last video just because I didn't think the colors went together very well, but I'm very happy with it. I think this is super cute as usual because I've made the pattern a bunch of times now. Um, but it just gave me a little bit of mojo back. I did start working on the website again a little bit, and I decided that instead of, slugging through and trying to do all of the text and then doing all of the photos and then finalizing the little bitty things, I decided I was just gonna go page by page. And if that meant I was like putting stuff from my phone to my computer a bunch of times, which is something I hate, I was just going to do it because seeing progress on one page has been helpful. I'm 99% done with the home page. I only have a couple of other pages to do for right now. So seeing it and seeing my content, my face, my projects on it, rather than the filler stuff, has felt really good. It made me realize, okay, you are a lot of the way there. So it's not as though I've been grinding my gears. So I'm very happy with that. I'm going to work on it for a little bit before my appointment later and just be chill. I think tomorrow Glenn is off, so we're going to do a bunch of stuff, but I'm hoping to do a little bit more crochet and a little bit more work um on the website. And we're just going to keep going. I am going to end the vlog here because I feel like it's maybe getting a little bit long because I talk about yarn a lot. Um, but I want to stop here. I have some new things coming. I'm going to do a little bit more reorganization of things since right after I did the closet video, I basically got the email that I was going to do the market. So things changed around a little bit. I'm going to do a little bit of reorganizing. I'll show that in the vlog. I'm going to show me setting up my full setup in one of the next vlogs, maybe not the next one, the one after. But we are getting close. We are just about 1 month out. I'm getting excited and scared at the same time. But I'm gonna end everything here. Thank you guys so much for coming along. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.